They felt more accepted by black people than people in their own community. This video is blowing up right now. We're just going to go ahead and
black
check it out.
community is more loving, more forgiving, more accepting than we have any right to expect them to be.
But black people saved me. Their culture, their music, their resilience.
I'm talking about with my sister-in-law how white people do not move over for you.
If you're not black and black people invite you to the cookout, that means they think you're all right. And I've been invited to a cookout, and I'm pretty fired up about
it. He looked like he really happy. He really happy to be at the cookout.
Black people saved me. And it's not some tagline. I was born on the streets of South Korea. I begged for money every day, door to door. I got taken from my biological family, put in a home, adopted or sold to an American family that had really great intentions. Really great intentions. But they were ill prepared, and the system was just messed up. And life didn't really become easier, it became tougher. But black people saved me. Their culture, their music, their resilience. And one day, I hope everyone sees the beauty.
So this is probably going to be very controversial. I feel more safe in a space shared with black men than I feel very unsafe in a space shared by white men. Now, before y'all get your panties in a wad and get all pissed off about this.
That's a big statement. Let's go ahead and you better break this down carefully, woman.
When I am surrounded by a bunch of white men, I'm constantly looking around. I have no fear in a room full of black men. The reason why. When I go to the movies, I don't worry that a black man's gonna the movie theater. When I go to my church,
Ooh.
I don't worry that a black man's gonna the church.
Ooh.
When I go to the mall, I don't worry that a black man's gonna the mall.
Oh my goodness.
When I go to my children's school, I don't worry that a black man's gonna
Oh, she went there.
Black men will target 1 or 2 or 3 individuals. White men will go schools, movie theaters, churches, your grocery store.
Yeah, look, man, that's just tragic, man, and I get what you're trying to paint here, but look, prayers to all the families that ever lost someone in a tragic events, such as those mass events. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That some of the things that she was painting. Yeah, prayers out to y'all. Let's keep watching.
So before you say that you're worried about being surrounded by black men, you better think about that.
Okay, I'm gonna say this because
I'm not gonna lie. When you with the brothers, man, the bros gonna really, this how I put it. When I feel like, you know, if they hanging around, you just getting maybe mad, disrespected by another person, whatever. These brothers, there's a mixture of the no saver complex right now, or the complex, the no saver movement going on. But there's going to be the brothers that gonna be like, man, nah, we're not having that, and they all gonna come at once. You get what I'm saying? You probably get the white men. They might just stare at you, man, and be like, yeah, I ain't trying to get involved. You get what I'm saying? You know, but you know, I get it to where I think when the brothers see something happen, they're gonna jump on it. They're gonna move on it together.
it's true, but I'm not saying it because I'm racist. I'm talking about with my sister-in-law how white people do not move over for you. I go to a PWI. I have stopped moving over for white people. I have bumped into so many white people. They take up the whole sidewalk. They walk in groups. When you're sitting down and you have like your leg crossed, they want you to move their leg. I have this girl in my...
Man, she just said something. Growing up in New Orleans, she is not lying. You come across the sidewalk and man, a herd of white tourists will come by and they will not move. I just thought about that. Damn, she's right. They won't move.
Comparative government class. I sit down with my leg crossed and she just stands there. And I'm like, I literally stopped moving for her. I stopped moving for her because you can't say, excuse me, you can't You can't form those words out of your mouth. You have no home training, none at all, and it pisses me off. But anyways, that's my rant for today. Have a lovely day, guys.
If you're not black and black people invite you to the cookout, that means they think you're all right. And I've been invited to a cookout, and I'm pretty fired up about it.
So I'm gonna some meat now. All right, now take the center and break it in half.
Don't try to break this crab with your fingers. I already cut myself. Hey, you gonna pick it over now. Say what you will, but this white guy is just going to celebrate that little victory. Make me feel good that at least I'm not someone that they see as giving them more things to worry about.
It's gonna be a little controversial, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel more comfortable around black people, being the only white person in this entire place. My little family's the only white people, and I feel more comfortable than I would in a festival with more white people, majority of white people. Sit here in the middle of this group eating a delicious food. Everyone's so kind. I don't have to worry about judgment. I can put some baked beans on the baby's tray without people staring at me like I'm just a dirty bitch. Because people...
I'm gonna tell you what, man. Look, if you do stuff like that, like a white mom or a group of white moms will look at you and be like, "Ooh, you nasty, you dirty, blah blah blah," or whatever, and they might go, say if your child's running around, and be like, "Oh, look at that child running around. She can't take care of that baby, blah 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 blah." But you get them around a group of sisters, and I can tell you what's gonna happen. The group of sisters, those sisters gonna run after that baby. They're gonna grab that baby, gonna pick up that baby, raise that baby. Who crazy, who wild baby this is running around? Y'all come get your child. Hey baby, you thirsty? Here's a water. Your child looks hot. And not to make you feel bad, but they're just like, hey, here's this water. Your child looks hot. Like, I'm gonna give you. I want this child to not be as hot. And they really just, I wouldn't say adopt them as their own, but when they see these kids, man, that love, that abundance of love does, spill over. So just regular kids, like random kids, man. And that's one of the best pieces of love examples that you can't really find with other cultures.
I don't know how to say this without it being so fucking twisted. Black people do not judge you like white people do. I felt welcome the entire time I was here.
It must be good, y'all.
I mean this in the most respectful way towards black people, because I don't want this to be twisted at all. We have the Juneteenth Festival, Martin Luther King Park, Rochester, New York. I feel so comfortable and welcome. We just came from the Market Fest in College Town in Rochester. Well, Joe, just fuck. Baby wanted to run around, he didn't have shoes on, he only had socks on. People were staring. Here, we're just comfortable, we're just enjoying it. Hi, you're good, you're good. Oh, yeah.
I made a video the other day that kind of blew up about gingers being black, and the outpour of love from black people is amazing. I made a video the other day about some politic thing, just a little light work, and I got so much hate from white people. Like, it is absurd. It's completely opposite, and everyone tries to act like black people are so mean. They're the nicest people. It's literally the white people. So we hope you really do mess with gingers, because we are here to stay, and we love it. Also, on a side note, I just dropped my daughter off at school, so if you can't love me at drop off, you don't deserve me at pickup. And if you're a mom, you get that for sure.
I'm going to cry again. Y'all are going to make fun of me again, but go ahead, because there are some things that are worthy of tears. And I have been learning over the past few months that the black community is more loving, more forgiving, more accepting than we have any right to expect them to be. And it's overwhelmed me in a good way. So a couple of months ago, I posted a video because I had been thinking about, why is it that throughout centuries on continents all over the place that black people have been targeted for such horrific treatment and such oppression? Why this group? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, there's something special. They have to, there's something special. Do you have some magic or some power? And I posted that as a question. In the comments, I learned the answer. in the comments, but not in the way you think. Now, there were people who gave me good information about historical concepts and things like that, and I'm still learning about that. But what I mean is, in the way they responded to my comments, I can see that there is something special, and that is just by genuinely asking a question, because I want to stop it. I want the world to be different. I don't want this to happen again, and people keep being treated like that. The vast majority of the Black people who commented on my video were so like, "We love you, sis. Here's what you need to know," or just for asking the question, we love you and we accept you. And I'm like, I got mad at somebody at the HEB for cutting in front of the line to me, and you can forgive a whole race of people when we come to you and say we're sorry and we want to learn. I don't that level.
It's not a whole race of people. It's you, you by yourself, specifically you, because you're willing to say, "Hey, I want to learn."
Of love and acceptance and forgiveness is really jaw-dropping to me, and that shows me a bit of what I was asking. Yes, there are other,
And like maybe let me just to peel that onion back a little bit, man. Yeah, they're willing to overlook, your race because you want to understand what's really going on. They're willing to do that. For
there
sure.
are other gifts and talents and historically things that set the Black race apart. But I saw in my comments how kind, how loving. I mean, almost to a degree that I can't even fathom. And I go back and read those comments a lot. And I want to just thank everybody who took the time to speak to me. A couple of you were like, "Why are you so nervous in this video?" I was nervous. Because these are conversations that I want to have, but I'm not sure I know how to start them or have them without being offensive, because I know there are all kinds of things. I am just learning the roots of certain words that I say, that I grew up saying, that I had no idea were racist. And so I'm a little bit terrified, because I want to learn. I want you guys to adopt me. That's what I want. But I want to learn, and I'm afraid that I don't even have the right words to start the learning. But and some of that in my video was sadness and shame. Sadness and shame that I knew racism was real. I mean, I've worked in the criminal justice system, and I have seen it firsthand. But I missed so much until I started raising biracial children. And I'm ashamed that it took it being personal to me before I realized how deep the racism ran. So,
Oh yeah, man. You get a little bit of that biracial, that triracial action that runs through your grandkids and stuff like that. Well, you see a lot of people's mind really open up, man. We really just live in a world where biracial kids are starting to happen more. Like it's a normalized thing. I have triracial kids. Like, man, it's huge. I'm biracial, so at this point, it's just like, man, it's a normal thing, and people kind of look like it's crazy sometimes, but the older generation looks like it's crazy. But it has to take to a point where it's like in your household or it's in your lineage for you to really come to a point where you're okay with not looking down on another race.
To all of you who took the time to comment, and those of you who have been so kind, and to the few of you that said, we don't trust you and we're not giving you our secrets, I respect you too. I wouldn't trust me if I were you. That's why the majority of people who are so free to say, "Come on in, sis, we got you," it has meant more to me than I can say. Thank you. Go love your neighbor.
Many people don't want to acknowledge that the Black community are the chosen people, because let's get deep into this, because in reality, they have the knowledge that most people don't have. Like, the only reason why people know how to farm is because of the Black community. The only reason why we have the music that we have today is because of the Black community. There wouldn't be no rock or metal if it wasn't for blues and jazz. There wouldn't be pop music if it wasn't for disco. There's a lot of things that they created that white people never did. White people really don't have that deep of knowledge. It's either stolen ideas or they're bought. Let's be real. What did white people really invent? You could say Tesla from Elon Musk, but he didn't make that. It was a stolen idea. If you go read what he did, he literally stole the whole business. You could say Trump, but what did Trump do? Stolen ideas, copied somebody else's ideas, just like his speeches. It's like a lot of white people just copy people. I mean, look at the dances on here. Who created those dances? The Black community. And that's why this app's so boring right now, because it's not because all this stuff that's going on and the negativity. The Black community literally just took their energy away. That's why this app was positive, because A lot of the white people were copying their dance move, copying this, copying that, and they stopped doing it, stopped posting on here because none of you will give them the credit or the acknowledgement that they created that dance move or that idea. Before this land was taken, white people had no clue what the fuck to do. They were taught their language, they were taught how to farm, they were taught how to season their food that they still don't know how to do. That's another thing, seasoning. All their favorite foods, barbecuing. You love the barbecue, right? That was the black community's idea. This is why they are chosen. They have the knowledge that most people don't have.
Man, there's a lot of things that you got to give credit for. But one of the thoughts, a transformative thought that I have, man, when you think basketball and you go back and look at those old clips of them shooting basketball and they just taking little random shots or anything. And I'm like, okay, basketball was really trying to take off and you kind of had to see what it was all about. But it wasn't until the alley hoop came on and someone threw a pass to somebody they called it obviously and dunked it, right? And the dunk came about. The alley hoop came about. And it was just like those moves transform that sport so much, and you got to give it up to the brothers, man. They did that. Right? You wasn't seeing white brothers fly across the court, man, dunking and stuff like that. That was not happening, man. And they really made basketball a more entertaining sport. They made it competitive because no one can stop the alley hoop. No one can stop that sort of that move, right? And we just don't give enough credit sometimes as just individuals. Yeah, you'll go out there today, man, and congratulate at least one person. Give one compliment today. Show some respect to one person today. Change it, smile at one person. Say hello to one person. All right. Fill the world with a little bit of some positive energy. That's right. I said it. But that's it for today's video. Don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one.